Welcome back to Eye on Harness Racing. I'm John Pavlak. Right off the top, congratulations go out to Dave Palone. Last week, he became North America's all-time leading driver by winning race number 15,181. Later in our show, we'll hear from Dave and his family and friends who were there to witness the milestone. But first, a look at the Meadowlands Pace eliminations. In the first division, Sweet Lou, driven by Dave Palone, got back on the winning track. He atoned for his loss in the North America Cup final with a 149-1 victory over a rock and roll dance who had no excuse after a two-hole trip.
A rock and roll dance has no racing room and has lots of pace to offer here. Up on the far outside comes Simply Business and Hurricane King Cole. Sweet Lou trying to bend him up. A rock and roll dance is free now and he's coming late, but too late. Sweet Lou.
How'd that race go for you?
Yeah, ideally I wanted to follow with him tonight maybe a little bit longer. I was hoping when I got Yannick in that the race didn't set up to where he was going to move back to the front. So when he did, I just followed him back with my horse to stay out of trouble. But I think my horse's best game is following a little longer. I was happy with the equipment changes. He let his hobbles out a little bit, had some new sneakers on tonight. The track's a little bit loose, so I was a little concerned with him. He flagged it. First time he's ever really flagged his tail at me late. But like I said, I think he was just a little tired after watching the second elimination and watching those horses. They were a little tired at the wire. I think we're going to chalk it up to the racetrack and hope maybe next week we could just follow a little bit longer.
In the second elimination this past Saturday, Heston Blue Chip lowered his mark to 149 and won for the 16th time in 18 career starts. Tim Tetrick drove for trainer Linda Toscano and owner Ken Jacobs.
After a pocket ride, Heston Blue Chip strikes the lead. We'll watch for Bolt the Door. He's splitting horses, looking for some sort of racing room there. And Pet Rock is trying to rally on the outside with Thinking Out Loud. Heston Blue Chip almost home. Pet Rock is coming. Heston Blue Chip. Heston Blue Chip. Thinking Out Loud.
Well, what did you think of Heston's race?
It was just awesome. It's really special. You get so nervous before the race. But I know he's a good horse. I thought he was in the top 5 of this, of the whole Meadowlands pace.
Deciding to stay away from some of the bigger races early on, was that a decision you guys made?
I made that early on because you can only have so many big races in a horse, and I didn't want to bottom him out in lesser races because I really wanted to win the Meadowlands pace. So that's my desire, and I hope I'm successful next week.
This horse meant to you so far in his career?
He's just very special, and you don't know when he's done with a race that he's even raced. He's that type of horse, and it's pretty special to have that type of horse. You know you have more races in him.
It's back. The one weekend you won't want to miss visiting your favorite harness racetrack, July 13th, 14th, and 15th. That's Back to the Track Weekend, harness racing's most fan-friendly weekend of the year. Whether you're a fan and bettor, curious about harness racing, or simply love horses, there will be something every member of the family will enjoy. And every harness track in America will make you feel welcome with special events you'll be sure to remember. So grab a friend or two and come back to the track on July 13th, 14th, and 15th and sample the unbridled excitement of harness racing once again.
This past Saturday's Yonkers Trot produced an upset winner, while what had been the sport's hottest young trotter encountered some bumps along the road. Goo Goo Gaga and driver Corey Callahan came in as clear favorites in the $445,000 Classic at the Hilltop, but it seems that the second turn at Yonkers is their least favorite piece of racing real estate. Both times they entered the turn, they went on a break, and the second time they lost all chance. Archangel and driver Jim Morrill Jr., on the other hand, seized the headlines by setting a world and track record of 154-1 in winning the opening leg of the Trotting Triple Crown.
Archangel now challenged toward the inside by Storm and Norman on the outside market share. Goo Goo Gaga won't get there tonight. It's Archangel holding sway. Storm and Norman. Archangel takes the Yonkers Trot final.
Ray Schnitker's star Check Me Out won the Hudson Filly Trot on the same card at Yonkers. The speedy filly won in 156-1 with Schnitker driving, and in many eyes remains the early favorite for the $1.5 million Hambletonian. A decision on whether she races against Colts in the big one will be made after she starts in this Saturday's Delvin Miller Memorial at the Meadowlands. As we mentioned off the top, the entire sport was counting down Dave Palone's victories as he marched towards Hervé Fillion's North American record of 15,180. If you had Thursday, July 5th in the office pool, you were the winner. Our Rich Johnston was at the Meadows, and he caught up with Dave's family and friends after they witnessed the big moment.
Down the stretch they come. Caspian Caviar. Hercule Hammer on the right wing leg. Chip Milo. Hercule Hammer. It's started. Here's the 15th, 1983 with Rex Kelly. Hercule Hammer.
What could be better than this, you know? What more can I say? You know, I've got the most beautiful family in the world, and they support me in what I do. And for them to greet me out here and be a part of this, that's what I mean. It just meant so much to do it right here, and I love my girls.
Think about any other numbers. I mean, somebody mentioned 20,000. Is something like that possible?
I don't ever want to think about numbers again as long as I live, honestly. No, you know, I've said this before. If my number gets beat, that's great. That means harness racing's doing terrific, you know. So, yeah, well, for this number, I've been dreaming it for so long, and to get it over with, it's great.
I am elated. I thank God. This has been a wonderful day, and it's so wonderful to have all the family and friends here supporting him.
His early start was with me with my horses, and he did real good with them. And then he started training at a very young age for Herman Halkema. And Herman come up to me one day and he said, "Mr. Palone," that's how he talked, you know. He said that your boy is going to be one heck of a driver one day. And I said, "How do you know that, Herman?" He says, "Because I've been around horses and people, trainers all my life." He connects everything real quick, like he knows when to move and not to move. And he said, "You just believe me." He said he's going to be a good driver one of these days.
I always thought he would do it sooner or later. A couple years ago, I looked at the numbers and I couldn't see how he couldn't do it at the rate he goes. I mean, he never gives up, and he just is relentless. And I think he will be for years to come. And I think this is just a stepping stone. Who knows, 20-some thousand maybe, you know. I don't know. I wish him the best of luck.
A lot of history going on here.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you very, very much. Congrats.
Once again, Dave, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you in the winner's circle in the years ahead.
I know personally how hard he worked so hard to get to this milestone. So it's not the slot money. He used to work for $3,000 claimers we used to drive for no money, and it all adds up, and he deserves everything he's getting.
He's a superstitious guy, right?
David is pretty superstitious, but of all the years I've known him, the guy always came to work, snow, cold, never took off his drives, even nights when he didn't have power. So that's why the accomplishment, it's just the drive that he had and all the years of hard work, and this is what you get when you're that dedicated.
Last week you saw the Trackmasters Platinum Power Picks foreshadowed Archangel's win in the Yonkers Trot, so we're paying close attention this week to their picks in the $600,000 Meadowlands Pace Final. The pace could be wide open, but this is how Trackmaster sees it, based on their exclusive Platinum Past Performance Power Picks power ratings. It's another way to put yourself in the pari-mutuel winner's circle exclusively at Trackmaster.com.
Ready for the latest advances in handicapping technology? TrackMaster is your solution. With 20-plus years of providing a wealth of information, TrackMaster has tools for every level of player. TrackMaster Pocket Handicapper for iPhone and Android puts the power of a computer in the palm of your hand. Drill down to charts and race videos. And with software like Plus Pro, even the most advanced players have sophisticated tools to succeed. The complete source for thoroughbred, quarter horse, and harness racing information. TrackMaster by Equibase for the serious player.
It's here. Back to the Track Weekend starts on Friday and continues through Sunday. We hope you've made plans to be at the races. If you are, we've got a request. Take a bit of video footage with your flip cam, video camera, or even your cell phone. Try to show some of the fun and excitement that people will be having. If we use your footage at an upcoming show, we'll give you a 1-year subscription to Hoofbeats. Send an email to i@ustrotting.com. We'll let you know how to upload the video to us. Enjoy the races. We can't wait to see your video. That's it for this week. Over the weekend, Ken Weingartner and I will be going back to the track at the Meadowlands for the Pace, the Dancer, the Miller, and the Mistletoe Shilly. We hope to see you at the Big M and right here next week, the next edition of Eye on Harness Racing.